He walked into the neon haze of the Silver Wreath Casino with a single purpose. By sunrise, he would either be a jackpot winner or just another ghost drifting out the door. No one, not even the watchful eyes in the surveillance room, suspected what was coming. According to insider reports, what happened that night wasn't luck at all. It was engineered. And when the jackpot bells finally screamed and confetti rained down, a certain casino CEO's confidence shattered. This is the story of how ex-casino employees revealed the secret to hitting a slot machine jackpot and how it made a powerful man crumble. It begins in a cramped apartment off the Las Vegas Strip. Michael sits, hunched over a notebook filled with scribbled numbers and casino floor layouts. Michael is a former slot technician, 20 years in the industry, and he's haunted by what he knows. Scenes of heartbreak replay in his mind. An old man begging a slot machine for mercy at 4 a.m. A young couple in tears after losing their honeymoon fund. Every shift, he witnessed hope turning into despair. Michael left the industry last year, unable to start being part of that cycle anymore. Now he wants to make things right, even if it's just for one person. Across from him is Ava. She's nervous, twisting a casino loyalty card between her fingers. For years, Ava was the ideal customer, drawn by the lights and lure of slot machines. She's lost countless paychecks, one spin at a time, chasing an elusive, life-changing win. She met Michael on one of her worst nights. He stopped a bartender from handing her a third free drink and gently asked if she'd had enough. Then he walked her out into the cool night air, saving her from one more costly mistake. In that moment, a bond formed, a pact to break the cycle. Under a dim lamp, Michael spreads out a confidential pamphlet, the kind of technical documentation casinos never show the public. The title reads, Diamond 7 Slot, Par Sheet, Confidential. Ava leans in, not fully understanding the columns of numbers and odds. Michael points to a figure circled in red. Jackpot hit frequency, 0.001%. That means the chance of hitting the top jackpot on any given spin is 1 in a million, he explains. Ava's heart sinks. Virtually impossible. But, he continues, pointing to another number, the payback percentage is 94%. Over a long period, this machine returns about 94% of all the money put into it. Ava frowns, unsure why that matters. Michael meets her eyes. If we play smart and disciplined, that 94% payback lets us stretch our bankroll for more spins. More spins mean more chances to beat that 1 in a million shot. Former employees confirm that not all slots are equal. Some are set to pay back far less, especially the flashy penny machines Ava used to play. He draws an X through a list of penny slots. Those average maybe 88 to 90% payback. You think you're spending less, but the odds are worse. Ava nods slowly, remembering how fast her money vanished on those games. Michael lays out a plan, 7 steps designed to tilt the odds, even if just slightly, in their favor. First, choose the battleground, the right casino and the exact slot machine to target. Not all casinos are the same, he warns. He picks the Silver Reef Casino on the outskirts of town, known among insiders for slightly looser slots to entice locals. It's a smaller, off-strip venue that tries to attract locals with better odds. Ava had glanced at the giant megabucks progressive in the main hall, its jackpot in the tens of millions, but Michael shook his head. Those life-changing payouts come with astronomically low odds. Their plan is to aim for a more realistic prize. More importantly, he pinpoints a specific machine there, a classic quarter slot tucked near a side entrance that hasn't paid its jackpot in months. For good measure, 117 sits at the end of a row near a busy walkway. Insiders say casinos often place a few loose machines in high-visibility spots, so that when someone wins, everyone notices. A little trick to attract more players. If that theory holds, 117 might have slightly better odds by design. An old colleague, still working the floor, told him that its progressive jackpot has quietly climbed above $30,000, an unusually high amount for that machine. It's not that the machine is mystically due, Michael clarifies, but statistically, it's been fed a lot of money without a top payout. Also, number 117 is a plain, no-frills game with no flashy branding or movie themes. Michael knows the fancy-themed slots often skim extra profit to pay for licensing, meaning worse odds for players. By contrast, this old classic likely puts more of each wager back into payouts. Exactly what they want. If any game is ready to pop, it's that one, he says. Ava swallows hard, committing the machine number 117 to memory. Second, timing. They choose a Tuesday night on the graveyard shift when the casino is nearly empty. Contrary to gambler law that weekends are luckier, Michael insists on a slow period. We need concentration and no competition for that machine, he explains. Late at night, there are fewer prying eyes and distractions. Michael also has one more rule. No alcohol tonight, no free drinks. Ava sticks to water to keep her head clear, knowing the free cocktails the casino serves can cloud judgment. Former employees confirm that a near-empty casino doesn't change the randomness of the machines, but it changes the environment. No crowds pushing in, no loud distractions, and no pressure to hurry your play. Ava recalls how on busy Friday nights she'd lose track of time and judgment amid the noise. Tonight will be different. Quiet. Focused. Third, bankroll and discipline. Ava empties her savings jar on the table, crumpled bills totaling $500. Michael adds $500 of his own, bringing their war chest to $1,000. Thus is our ammo, he says firmly. We use it wisely or not at all. They agree on a hard limit, $1,000 into machine number 117, and not $1 more. If the jackpot doesn't hit within that budget, they walk away. No chasing beyond the limit. Michael makes Ava promise to stick to that no matter what. He's seen too many people blow past their limits and lose everything. Ava's voice trembles as she vows to hold the line, recalling nights she staggered out with nothing because she kept saying just one more spin. The fourth step, testing the waters. They won't plunge in blindly on machine number 117. When Ava sits down, Michael has her start at the minimum bet for a few spins. A quick probe he calls priming the pump. It's not to win big, but to observe the machine's behavior. Every slot has a random number generator, RNG, cycling combinations thousands of times a second. Each spin is independent, but Michael has noticed that some machines have short-term cycles. Moments where they pay small wins more frequently. If they can hit any small payout or bonus in the first $50, it's a good sign the machine isn't ice cold. Ava remembers the time she'd pour money into a slot that never seemed to hit anything. She was likely stuck in a cold cycle and didn't know. According to some insider reports, while true randomness is the rule, in practice, machines can appear to run hot or cold in streaks. If machine number 117 shows signs of life early, that will boost their confidence. The fifth step, bet for the jackpot. After a few low-stakes test spins, it's time to go all in on every spin. On this quarter machine, the maximum bet is 3 credits, 75 cents, and that's what Ava will wager each time. Michael is adamant. To have a shot at the jackpot, you must always bet max on a progressive machine. I've seen it happen, he says quietly. A woman lined up all 3 jackpot symbols but only bet 1 coin. She would have won $40,000, but instead got about $500. Ava winces at the thought of such a bitter near miss. Former employees confirm this cruel twist. Many jackpots only pay out their full amount if you're betting max credits, a deliberate design to encourage higher bets. Michael and Ava will not make that mistake. Every spin will count. They arrive at the casino in the dead of night. The slot floor is quiet, bathed in the glow of hundreds of machines idling. Ava finds machine number 117, exactly where Michael said, and slides onto the stool. It's an old-school 3-reel slot with a single pay line, a relic among the flashy video slots surrounding it. The digital display shows the current jackpot, $32,487, and ticking upward by pennies. Ava's heart pounds at the sight of it. She takes a deep breath, glances at Michael, and begins. Step 6, execution. Play with precision and keep emotions in check. Ava feeds a $20 bill into the slot. Michael stands just behind her, a steadying presence, scanning the casino floor. To any observer, he's just a friend offering support. Ava presses the max bet button for the first time. The reels spin. Cherry, bar, 7. No win. She presses again and again. A few spins in, a small payout hits. 10 credits, $2.50. The machine dings cheerfully. Ava almost smiles, but Michael murmurs, "Don't let it get to you." It's one of the casino's subtle psychological traps. What insiders call a loss disguised as a win. The machine plays celebratory sounds. even though she still lost money overall on that spin. It's a tactic to make players feel like they're winning just enough to keep them going. Ava remains stone-faced and focused. She's playing the long game. The casino is nearly empty, save for a distant cluster of late-night diehards. Ava settles into a rhythm. Spin off a spin, she maintains a steady pace. Whenever a surge of anxiety rises, like when 3 near-identical symbols tease a win, then miss, she forces herself to pause, breathe, and reset. She reminds herself that an almost jackpot isn't a sign that the next one will hit, it's just the game taunting her. Those near misses are deliberately engineered illusions to keep players chasing. She refuses to let that false hope take over. Michael taught her that too. Take micro breaks. Casinos want you in a trance, mindlessly feeding the machine. By pausing, Ava stays in control. She even wears a wristwatch tonight to keep track of time. A minor rebellion against the casino's timeless haze. No clocks, no windows, that tricks so many into losing hours. $200 in, then $300. The machine has given a few small wins, but nothing big. Ava's starting to feel the nerves. $400 in, nearly half their bankroll, and the jackpot still eludes them. She shoots a worried look at Michael. He nods encouragingly. This was expected. Her mind drifts to what $30,000 could do for her. Paying off debts, finally getting ahead. But she forces that thought away. She cannot afford to start fantasizing now. She swallows hard and whispers, What if it never hits? Michael doesn't take his eyes off the spinning reels. In a steady voice, he replies, one step at a time. Stick to the plan. Many players would have given up or switched machines by now, succumbing to frustration or superstition. But switching now would be a mistake. All their play would be for nothing. Former employees confirm that one common error is hopping from machine to machine, chasing luck. Michael's plan is to commit to this chosen slot for the full $1,000 unless it hits sooner. High above the casino floor, the Silver Reef CEO, Victor, is doing his usual late-night walk. He glances over the mezzanine railing at the rows of slot machines. To him, Ava is just another regular feeding money into a machine, exactly how the system is supposed to work. Slots are the casino's dependable cash cows, blinking lights steadily siphoning dollars. He allows himself a small, satisfied smile and moves on, unaware that at machine number 117, a quiet rebellion is underway. By the time $700 has been played, Ava's heart is aching with each spin. They've been at it for a couple of hours, and fatigue is setting in. Michael checked his watch and whispers, Remember step 7. Ava steels herself. Step 7 is the final push. If they reach the last $50 of their budget without a jackpot, Michael's plan is to quicken the pace and use up those final spins in a rapid-fire burst. The idea is to maximize the number of chances before the money runs out completely. It's a bit of a Hail Mary strategy. They're not there just yet, but close. Suddenly, as if in answer to their fears, something changes. The machine's reels line up 3 bonus symbols with a clunk, clunk, clunk. Ava has triggered a bonus round. Her eyes widen as the machine's lights flash and a new screen appears, offering a special wheel spin. Michael's pulse quickens. Bonus rounds mean free shots at winning, essentially extra spins without using their credits. It's exactly the kind of break they needed. The wheel on screen spins and lands on Jackpot bonus 2 spins. Ava's breath catches. This bonus is giving her 2 free attempts where only jackpot symbols and blanks appear on the reels. A simplified play purely for the big prize. A casino attendant nearby hears the bonus fanfare and glances over but doesn't intervene. Bonus rounds are common, though this one is particularly exciting. Ava's hands tremble slightly as she prepares for the first bonus spin. Michael places a hand on her shoulder, both to steady her and to brace himself. You've got this, he says quietly. Ava hits the button. The reels on the bonus screen spin much slower than usual, each reel clicking dramatically into place. The first reel stops, jackpot symbol. The second reel slows, jackpot symbol. Ava's grip tightens on the armrest. It feels like even the machine is holding its breath. The third reel spins and spins, then stops on a blank. No jackpot this time. A whisper of disappointment passes through Ava's lips. But she isn't done. The bonus granted one more spin. She takes a deep breath. This is the moment they've worked for. Ava hits the button one final time. Reel 1, jackpot symbol. Reel 2, jackpot symbol. 2 shining icons stare back at her. The third reel spins, a blur of tantalizing possibilities. Michael's fists are clenched at his sides. The world seems to narrow to the orbit of that last reel. It slows. A bell chime rings out as the third reel lands on the jackpot symbol. 3 in a row. For a split second, Ava and Michael are utterly still, as if reality needs a moment to catch up. Then the machine erupts in lights and sound. Sirens blare. The screen flashes. Jackpot, $32,487. Ava lets out a cry of joy that echoes across the empty casino floor. Oh my God, she covers her mouth, tears springing to her eyes. Michael whoops and lifts her off the stool in a jubilant hug. They did it! Ava's knees feel weak and a sob of joy escapes her. A tidal wave of relief after years of disappointment. A few insomniac gamblers rush over to see the commotion, clapping and cheering. The floor attendant's radio crackles to life with his excited report. Jackpot hit on machine 117. Repeat, we have a jackpot winner. Upstairs, Victor hears the alert and feels his stomach drop. Impossible, he thinks reflexively. But the evidence is unmistakable. One of his machines just made a big payout. He briskly heads toward the slot area, summoning a practiced congratulatory smile to mask his irritation. On the floor, a casino supervisor arrives to verify the win. Ava steps aside, as instructed, heart still hammering, while they open up machine number 117 to check its internal readouts. Michael stands close, keeping a protective eye on every move. He knows the drill. The staff are checking that the machine's computer confirms the jackpot and that there's no malfunction or tampering. It's routine, but Michael notices the supervisor sneaking puzzled glances at them. Michael's pulse quickens. He tilts the brim of his cap down to obscure his face. He knows if anyone recognizes him as a former casino tech, they might raise unwarranted suspicions. He's done nothing illegal, but insider help is certainly not something the house appreciates. Better to keep a low profile. Victor, the CEO, joins the small crowd fawning around the machine. He's all charm as he shakes Ava's hand. Congratulations, we love seeing people win, he lies graciously. Ava can barely speak, still overwhelmed. As the staff finalize the paperwork and prepare the payout, Victor seizes the moment. He offers Ava a luxury suite for the night, on the house, and a champagne celebration for her big win. Here comes the final test. Michael tenses slightly, remembering his own warning. When you hit big, the casino will do anything to keep you playing longer. Ava feels a surge of temptation. The offer sounds lovely, and the adrenaline of the win is coursing through her. For a split second, she imagines calling into work tomorrow, indulging in the penthouse treatment, and maybe playing a bit more, riding her lucky streak. But then she remembers the years of losses, the emptiness of walking out with nothing. She remembers Michael's words clearly. The only real way to win at a casino is to walk away with your winnings. She smiles at Victor and says, "Thank you, but I think I've had enough excitement for one night. I'd just like to cash out and go home." A flash of surprise crosses the CEO's face. Big winners usually stay, basking in the moment and often giving plenty back to the house. Of course, he nods, still smiling, but his eyes are cold. The staff hand Ava a slip to take to the cashier. Her jackpot will be paid partly in cash, the rest in a check. She clutches it tightly as they all congratulate her. A quick photo is snapped for the casino's winner's wall. Ava manages a genuine smile. She earned this moment. Michael gently guides her away as soon as it's polite to leave. Victor watches them go, that fixed grin fading as soon as they're out of earshot. He turns to his slot supervisor and mutters, "Make sure that machine's logs are thoroughly reviewed. First thing." The supervisor nods. They both silently wonder, was this really just luck? Ava and Michael weave past rows of blinking slots toward the exit, prize money in hand. A cocktail waitress intercepts them, beaming, offering a celebratory drink courtesy of the house. They decline. Another gambler calls out, "Congrats! Don't spend it all in one place." They laugh lightly, not stopping. The casino is doing everything it can to prolong their stay, to bleed back some of that money. But not tonight. Ava and Michael share a look as they push through the glass doors into the pre-dawn darkness. For a moment, it feels like stepping back into reality from a high-stakes dream. Outside, under the neon marquee, Ava breaks into happy laughter that echoes into the night. She hugs Michael tight, emotions spilling out as tears of joy. "Thank you," she whispers, her voice choked. He just nods, smiling. In her hand, she holds a cashier's check and a small stack of bills. Together, more money than she's ever had at once. She insists Michael take a share of the winnings. He eventually accepts a small portion, swayed by her earnest gratitude and the knowledge that he too earned it. In that quiet moment, as the first hint of sunrise glimmers on the horizon, the two part ways. Ava heads home. A new chapter. Michael watches her go, feeling a weight lift from his shoulders. For him, this victory was never only about the money. It was about exposing the truth and helping someone beat the odds. It was a personal redemption and a bit of payback against a system that he knows preys on the uninformed. Back inside, the casino CEO, Victor, retreats to his office, simmering. He pores over the incident report and the machine's data logs as they come in. Everything appears in order. The machine was functioning normally. The win was by the book. Somehow, that makes it worse. It means the house lost fair and square. Victor runs a hand through his hair, unsettled. He can't shake the image of Michael standing beside Ava. Was it coincidence, or is there a leak in the industry? He realizes with dread that if one former employee shared insider knowledge, others might too. Knowledge spreading among players, that's the real threat. Casinos thrive on players who gamble in the dark, unaware of how the games really work. Tonight, that veil was lifted. Ava's story proves that while the house edge is real, it's not invincible. With the right knowledge and discipline, a player can tilt the odds ever so slightly in their favor. No, you can't guarantee a jackpot. Not even Michael could promise that. But you can dramatically improve your chances and, most importantly, know when to walk away. According to insider reports and former employees alike, the casino's worst nightmare is an informed gambler who treats each bet with calculated strategy instead of blind hope. So the next time you find yourself under the spell of those glittering casino lights, remember what happened here. Behind every flashing light and catchy jingle is a carefully crafted strategy to separate you from your money. But armed with the insights from those who built and ran these games, you can play smart. Choose your machine wisely, set a limit, play with purpose, and do not fall for the mind games meant to trap you. That night, one player, with the help of an insider, did the unthinkable. She beat the slots and walked away a winner. The casino's power over her was broken. And as for the casino CEO, he learned that even one jackpot in the hands of an informed player can shake the foundations of his empire. In a world where we're told the house always wins, seeing the little guy win even once is enough to give the house a cold sweat. In that moment, the invincible facade of the casino boss cracked. He realized the house does not always win, not when players have the knowledge on their side. Ava's jackpot was more than just money. It was proof that knowledge is power. And that in and of itself is a prize no casino ever wants you to have. And now that this knowledge is in your hands, what you do with it is up to you.